Decimals in Science with Vienna. If you didn't know, now you know. There is more than one system of measurement. In the U.S., weight is often given in pounds and ounces. This is called the Imperial system. Another system of measurement used in much of the world is the metric system, which uses kilograms, grams, centigrams, and milligrams. Metric system facts. The metric system is based on multiples of 10. For example, there are 1,000 milligrams in a gram. There are 454 grams in a pound. So that means there are 454,000 milligrams in a pound because 454 times 1,000 equals 454,000. Milligrams are useful for measuring really small things, like insects. Meet Vienna. Vienna is studying bugs for her school's science project. She wants to know how much the average fly weighs. It would be interesting to put food in a jar and find out how much one eats. She has heard insects can eat 10 times their weight, but is that true? First, she needs to find out how much insects weigh. Solving the problem? First, find some flies. Second, weigh the flies. Third, divide the total by the number of flies. What does an insect weigh? Vienna thinks each fly probably weighs 0.03 grams. If she is right, then 3 flies will weigh 0.09 grams because 3 times 0.03 equals 0.09. Another way to say 0.03 grams is 30 milligrams. 0.03 grams is equal to 3/100 grams. 1 milligram is equal to 1/1000 grams, which is equal to 0.001 grams. So 0.03 divided by 0.001 is equal to 30. Remember, 10 times 1/1000 is equal to 1/100, so the answer is 30, not 3. Her mother says if she puts dead flies on her good cooking scale, that Vienna is going to buy her a new one. Plan B. Solving the problem. Again. Weigh a dish, weigh the flies, subtract the weight of the flies from the weight of the dish, then divide the total weight of the flies by the number of flies. Solving the problem for real. Weight of dish. Vienna uses her bird's water dish. It weighs 146.3 grams. Weigh the dish and flies. She then drops each fly into the water dish. The scale now reads 146.45 grams. Subtract dish weight. 146.45 minus 146.30 equals 0.15. Divide to find the weight of one fly. 0.15 divided by 3 equals 0.05. Reminder, if you add a 0 at the end of a decimal, it does not change the value. 146.30 is equal to 146.3 is equal to 146.3000. You can add a 0 at the end of 146.3 to just make the answer more obvious, since 5 minus 0 equals 5. Do parakeets eat flies? Vienna isn't sure her parakeet will like flies, so she puts a dish with the flies in the barn and a barn swallow eats them. Her next step is to find a live fly. She can't weigh that in the water dish. It would fly away. How much does a live fly weigh? Maybe dead flies weigh less? Who knows? 172.47 grams is the weight of a jar with a fly. 172.42 grams is the weight of the jar without the fly. Again, 172.47 grams is the weight of a jar with the fly. 172.42 grams is the weight of the jar without the fly. So when you subtract those two, 0.05 grams is the weight of the fly. Does a fly really eat 10 times its weight? Vienna does some research and finds that dragonflies eat their weight in other bugs each day. Black soldier fly larvae eat twice their own weight. Based on this, she doesn't believe that houseflies really eat 10 times their own weight each day. Experiment. How much do flies eat? How long until the food is gone? First, compute 10 times the weight. We know the fly weighed 0.05 grams. So 0.05 times 10 equals what? 0.05 times 10 equals 0.5. Second, weigh. Weigh out the correct amount of food and drop it in the jar. Third, count. Count the number of days until no food is left in the jar. If flies eat 10 times their weight a day, all the food should be gone in one day. In case you are wondering, do flies really eat 10 times their weight? I doubt it, but you can get a scale, a jar, some food, and a fly and find out yourself. Because flies poop a lot, I recommend using a white food, like bread, so you can be sure it is all gone and that the specks you are seeing in the jar are not actually fly poop. Gross. 8 coffee beans weigh half of a gram. I don't think flies eat coffee beans, but you get the idea of how much food this is.